Finland's Eurovision song this year absolutely blew my mind, but I was told that if I really want to get my mind blown, I need to check out the past entries into Finland's Eurovision contest. Today we'll be checking out Hard Rock Hallelujah, which won in 2006 from Lordi, as well as Käärijä's Cha Cha Cha, which came very, very close a couple years ago. I'm not familiar with either of these groups or either of these songs, but knowing Finland and the music they produce, I can't wait to check this out. I mean, I'm already hooked to Kai, what else could I get hooked to? But if you'd like to see more from my channel, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because I've still got some more to do from so many different avenues of music. I'm always adding new stuff. And also if you'd like to request something, or check out more of my reactions, you can check them out over on Patreon. You can request things through Patreon at tier 2 or 3, or down in the comments here on YouTube, but it'll take a while for me to get around to them. I've got a huge list of songs to react to. But I've also got over 200 reactions over on Patreon if you'd like to check those out, including a few from Kai if you're a fan of them like I am. But without further ado, let's check out Lordi's Hard Rock Hallelujah from Eurovision 2006. The winners, let's check them out.
Hard Rock Hallelujah!
Yeah.
Hard Rock Hallelujah!
Oh. Hey.
The saints are crippled on this sinner's night. Lost are the lambs with no guiding light. Walls come down like thunder, the rock's about to roll. It's the apocalypse, now made us soul. All we need is lightning with power and might, striking down the prophets of war. And as the moon is rising, gave us the sign. Now let us rise up below. Rock and roll angels, bring that hard rock hallelujah. Demons and angels only one have a right. Rock and roll angels, bring that hard rock hallelujah. God's creation supernatural high.
Wow, hitting those high notes is crazy. I mean, this very much feels like a 70s or 80s kind of rock track, like just heavy metal kind of rock track. Although they are like, the design of the outfits and stuff like that is so interesting. It's just not what I was expecting. Like, I mean, I saw the thumbnail for this song, but I wasn't sure if that was what they actually looked like in the performance and stuff, because I mean, like, if I saw this just from a glance, I definitely wouldn't expect them to have won a song contest. But actually listening to them sing, it makes sense why. I mean, the song itself is fantastic, and the vocals are really, really solid as well. I mean, this lead singer is doing an amazing job, and then the keyboardist harmonizing alongside him is absolutely fantastic as well. I mean, they both have such fantastic voices, and adding the kind of female vocals to this kind of heavy metal rock track is a really interesting style and lightens it up a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Nightwish and other stuff like that, which are absolutely fantastic. I mean, you Finns, you obviously know rock and metal music very, very well. I mean, and this is a great example of that. It reminds me, it's very close to the band Gwar. I mean, not necessarily musically, but in terms of the actual outfits and designs and stuff like that, it's really interesting. I mean, I grew up listening to music like that, and it's really reminiscent of that for me. But the vocals are even stronger than Gwar, in my opinion. Like, this is just really impressive. Let's keep going and see what else they have in store, because it's already really impressive.
The true believers, thou shalt be saved. Brothers and sisters, keep strong in the faith. On the day of reckoning, it's who dares wins. And you will see the jokers soon will be the new kings. All we need is lightning with power and might, striking down the prophets of fools. And as the moon is rising, give us the sign. Now let us rise up below. Rock and roll angels, bring that hard rock hallelujah. Demons and angels all in one have a right. Rock and roll angels, bring that hard rock hallelujah. God's creation supernatural high. High! Wings on my back, I got thorns on my head. My face is sharp and my eyes are red. Not quite an angel or the one that fell. Not just in China, so go straight to hell.
Ooh, that build. Damn.
Hard rock, hallelujah. rock, hallelujah! Hard rock, hallelujah! Hard rock, yeah! Rock and
It's really rare to hear. Sorry for pausing there. I actually want to go back and get that last scream again. It's rare to hear a rock singer, metal singer do that. Like, it's very like AC/DC. That's all I can think about is like AC/DC. The lead singer, I believe, is the one who typically would do that. But it's really interesting to hear, and it works really well here. Again, I just want to say how much I enjoy the female vocalist during the chorus. Like, her has sustained notes, and it's almost like a angelic choir behind this kind of group of demons or whatever you want to call it. I mean, of course, she is also dressed the same way, but it's a really interesting style choice. And I don't know if Lordi always dresses like this. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is the first thing I've ever heard from them. But the main hook of the song, like the main chorus, is just such a solid track. Like, even now it's kind of repeating in my head, like the hard rock hallelujah. Like, this is such a great build, and all of the guitar riffs, all the organ melodies and stuff, like especially near the end here, just this organ melody we're getting, it's really incredible. I mean, they're just really impressive overall, and I can understand how they ended up winning 2006. I'm curious what the other competition was, because it just seems like such a distant time now at this point. I mean, I was like just coming out of high school at the time, so it's a long time ago at this point. But anyways, it's really impressive just how good they were even then, and it's something I haven't seen from Eurovision at this point. I mean, again, I haven't dived into the history of it necessarily. This is the closest I've gone, but it's just, I would not have expected this group to be the winners of a past Eurovision, but I can understand why. Like, they're that good. But let's keep going anyways, see what else there is.
hard rock, hallelujah! Hard rock, hallelujah! Hard rock, hallelujah! Hard rock, yeah! Rock and roll angels, swing on high, rock hallelujah! Demons and angels all in one have a right. Rock and roll angels, swing on high, rock hallelujah! God's creation, supernatural high.
Yeah.
Hard rock, hallelujah!
Wow. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah. It's absolutely unlike anything else I've seen from Eurovision at this point. I mean, it's crazy, but that was also really cool. I mean, again, the only other band I've seen that kind of dresses like this or does this kind of thing is Gwar, and even then, I mean, I've never checked out them all that much. I know of them, I've seen them a few times here and there, but like, this is just really interesting. I'd say that I enjoyed this a little bit more than the Gwar songs I have heard, and it's really impressive. I mean, to do hard rock and metal like this is impressive enough, but to also do them in costume as well as singing them in a language that's not your native language, it's all just really impressive. Like, again, it would be hard for an American group to sing in English and do it as well as these guys did, and they're natively Finnish, right? So it's just incredibly impressive what's possible from people from so many different avenues of music in the world and stuff like that. I mean, that's the beauty of Eurovision in a way, is to kind of get a glimpse into the talent of the world and just different parts of the world and things like that. I mean, I'm Canadian. It's a shame that Canada isn't part of Eurovision, because it would be interesting to see what they've done. I know there's some Canadians who have eventually made their way to different parts of the world to represent different countries because that's where they're natively from or whatever, but still, like, I believe Celine Dion was in at some point. But regardless, I mean, it's really impressive to me as an English speaker to see someone else, especially like someone from another country that doesn't natively speak your language, sing so well in that language and also fit the kind of vibe of the rock from the past. Like, because I don't know that the classic rock vibe was the same across the world. Like, obviously it was a big in the US in like the 70s, 80s, but I don't know if it was the same in Finland and other places like that. I guess maybe you guys can let me know. Or maybe the American stuff kind of made its way all over the world. I wouldn't be surprised, I mean, because they were so iconic, but I'm just curious because I've never really heard of like Finnish bands from the 70s or 80s doing rock in the same way, but maybe I have no idea. Either way, this was just really impressive to see, and I can't wait to check out the next one. So let's check it out. All right, I very well may be butchering this name, but I'm going to say it. Käärijä with Cha 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 from 2023. I'm excited to check this out because I remember even last year I was told to check this one out, and I just never got around to it. But here we are checking out more of Finland's close calls when it comes to Eurovision. This was apparently in the grand finale. They were one of the runner-ups, and I'm excited to check it out. So let's dive into it. Liverpool. It's gonna be English too. Not that it has to be. It's fine if it's not. Oh, completely different than the last one.
Vielä nuori ja aikaa kumota. Tää jäinen ulkokuori on aika tuhota. Pidä kaksi käsi kiinni juomista niinku. Ei, en mieti huomista kun tarttuu tuopista niinku. Ei, on olla sekasin ja vapaa huolista niinku. Hei, ja mä jatkan kunnes enää pysy tuolissa niinku. Muutama viinakolada on jo takana.
So with the name Cha Cha Cha, I was expecting like a cha-cha of some kind, or like some kind of Latin-inspired like dance, like flamenco or something like that. I don't know, but this is not at all what I was expecting. I mean, that synth melody we're getting, like the bap, 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 it's very like early 2000s, like Euro pop or trance or things like that. Like it's a really interesting style, and also Käärijä's like rap style vocals are really interesting as well. I mean, this is crazy. Again, once like the last one blew me away. It was really surprising in just what they did with like the outfits and everything like that and the hard rock. This one is equally impressive and equally surprising, except in a completely different way. You know what I mean? Like the intensity and the strangeness of this equals the intensity and strangeness of the last one, but in completely different ways. Like Finland's just all over the map, and you compare this to like Barabada Bastu and stuff. Like it's insane where they go with their different influences and styles and stuff, but it's incredibly impressive. It's so interesting too. Let's keep going anyway, see what else this has in store.
Ja aikaa kumota, tää jäinen ulkokuori on aika tuhota. Parketti kutsuu mua kun en oo enää lukossa. Niinku cha 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 mä oon tulossa. Pidä kaksi käsi kiinni juomista niinku. Ei, en mieti huomista kun tartu tuopista niinku. Ei, haluan olla sekasin ja vapaa huolista niinku. Ja mä jatkan kunnes en enää pysy tuolissa niinku. Nyt lähden tanssimaan. Niinku cha cha cha, eikä pelkääkään tätä maailmaa. Niinku cha cha cha, kun mä kaadan päälleni champagnea. Cha cha cha, toinen silmä jo karsastaa. Ja puhe sammaltaa, kun tää toinen puoli must vallan saa. Cha cha cha, en on arkena tää mies laisinkaan.
The choreography is so ridiculous. I just have to mention that, like how ridiculous this all is. But honestly, it still goes pretty hard. Like the main theme of the song, like it's so intense in your face, it's just crazy. And then you get to this section and like it mellows out a little bit, but the choreography and the absurdity is still there in full force. Like I can see why this came close to winning but didn't quite get there. I mean, it has so many good elements to it, but it's also a little bit over the top and crazy. And I mean, I feel like Eurovision doesn't like that crazy stuff. Although again, the last one did win, Hard Rock Hallelujah, and that was pretty out there. But this one, I think it maybe a bit too absurd or something like that. I don't know. Like, I'm enjoying it personally because I love the absurd. I love things that are weird and strange. You may have noticed in some of my other videos and reactions and stuff like that, especially the Denmark one, I'm like, oh, this is like a Disney song. Not even at all like commenting on the fact that they're like scantily clad and like wearing like fishnet and like all this type of crazy stuff going on in the video, because to me it's just another day. Like I'm just too desensitized to these things because it just doesn't even faze me. Even this, like I barely even commented on the fact that they're just like gyrating and stuff like that. It is what it is, but it's interesting to me. I mean, I'm looking at the other things in the video, like listen to the music, listen to the way that the song is put together and stuff like that. Like the video is cool and everything like that, but I don't know, I'm just always blown away by other things. There's always different things to be blown away by and focus on. But it's super interesting. I mean, I've never really seen a band like this, or even the band before this. Like even Guar is completely different from from Lordi, so it's crazy what people come up with. But let's keep going and see what the rest has in store.
Ja puhe sammaltaa, kun tää toinen puoli mus vallan saa. Cha-cha-cha, et on arkena tää mies laisinkaan. Enpä, kun tänään nousee mies, tänään nousee mies. Nyt lähden tanssimaan.
The teeth are wild too. Damn.
It's crazy! It's party! Thank you!
Wow. That was wild. I mean, the fact that it had like such a kind of metal vibe to it, like the main theme in the beginning of the song, it felt very metal, like very intense. And then you get the like rap style vocals coming from Käärijä here, and it takes it to another level. And then we get to like the halfway point of the song, and the vibe changes entirely. It becomes a lot more meaningful and emotional. Like if I was going to compare this to something I've heard recently, it would have to be Akila's Ferto, right? Because Ferto was kind of a similar vibe where it was like completely different styles over the course of the song. There was like 3 or 4 different distinct styles to it. Although I feel like in this one, it was a little more cohesive. I mean, when it shifted to a more mellow kind of vibe, the entire song and everything around it kind of shifted. The only thing that kind of stayed the same was the choreography. Like it was still as frantic and over the top and ridiculous as it was before. But the music actually, it worked really well with the softer kind of delivery of those lines and the style of it, the song kind of mellowing out a little bit. And then near the end, they kind of started building in back to the kind of rock kind of metal vibe of the beginning of the song. But it didn't fully go back there. Like we were still kind of in that mellow vein. And it worked in my opinion. Like it was a really good progression here. Whereas I feel like Ferto, it has grown on me quite a bit since I listened to it. Honestly, I've listened to it several times since, so I do like it more than I did when I first reacted to it. But it still felt a little more disjointed when I listened to it for the first time, and like didn't flow as nicely as something like this did. And it's very clear why they came out as the runners-up or whatever for 2023, because they did a fantastic job here. I mean, I'd say of the two, I definitely preferred Lordi's Hard Rock Hallelujah, because it was just such a crazy song and just such a great driving beat. Like there was so many things to like about that, and also the outfits and everything. Like it was fantastic. And some like unlike I've seen before in my life. This too was also crazy. It was so bizarre and weird and strange, but I like that. I like both of these, honestly. They were really interesting. But anyways, thanks for hanging out watching my reactions. If you liked them, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, later days, folks.